The leather.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Talmin Legends Session 6. I'm here with our whole party today. Everybody can make it, which is really badass. We're going to do a little recap and let you know what happened last time. And for that, I will let our friend, so Jin, let him know.
First of all, a lot of things happened. Second of all, Terra read Veiling some tarot. That was amazing. And then we had an odyssey to get a cart, to get some horses, and we got like the worst horses in this whole continent to take us to Crystal Shoals, which we did actually, but not before we visit the Deer household, and we discovered that Vaden's sister was involved in some drug addiction and kind of chain, and it was very sad to witness that actually. And then we hit the road towards Crystal Shoal, the luxurious town and the resort thing and the golden beaches and all that splendor. But we did not stay for the beaches, which is sad. For we head to the jungles to the east of the town in searching for our druid center, Valeta. But first we spoke to the tavern keeper that gave us no shit about Vetala's location, so we followed the pendant that took us to the jungles to the west, and there we found some kind of camp that there was a note, a letter, saying that the animals and the plants were proactively working to protect something or someone, and guess who they are protecting. And then we had westward once more until we, faced some strange as birds that had teeth and it was like strange as hell. And we engaged in a fight, and we are right here, right now, after dealing with these birds. And yeah, that's pretty much of it.
Yeah. No, that pretty much covers it. So leading into that, you guys are all in the jungle, fresh after a fight, wiping down your swords, all that. And meanwhile, Hal, as you guys are wiping your swords and fighting, runs up behind you guys, and he is also here.
Oh, you're right, laddie. You look like you're on a mile.
I'm fine
Oh, I think you're
after,
muted, Hal. One sec.
you know.
All right. Well, Hal's running up, and you guys are cleaning your. He's full on sprint.
Hey, finally caught up with you guys.
Glad to see that you could catch up with us.
A lot of things happened actually, including like these strange birds, and me almost losing my sword.
Oh, did I miss a battle?
Yep,
Hey,
and you
Oh,
missed a bird trying to steal my sword, which was the strangest thing I ever saw.
man. Uh, I was asleep, and you guys. I woke up, and you guys weren't here, and so we had talked to a guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I can give you a ride." Saw where they went, so he gave me a ride in his cart. Uh, it was really nice, felt seats. It may have been velvet. There's a maid in there. She gave me little chocolates. It was really great. But he couldn't get all the way in here, and so I ran the rest of the way. But kind of a tired lion, you know what I'm saying?
hey, sorry we didn't wake you up. We didn't want to disturb your rest.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm here now, so no need to worry.
Can you move your character, Hal?
No, the game is paused.
Oh, the game is paused. Of course.
Goddamn, Isaac,
Yeah,
toxic DM.
I know. Whoops. Two. All right. Clock in. Gamer unpaused.
Right.
All right. So what are we doing here? We plucking the feathers off these guys?
We are searching for that centaur druid. Valeta, actually. But these birds were in our way, and it seems that they are protecting something or someone. So,
Hmm.
guess who's are protecting?
Can anyone talk to animals? Can we?
I think that speak with the dead would better suit this situation, actually.
Yeah, have at it.
Unfortunately, speaking to both the dead and the beasts is not within my current repertoire. I'll be sure to add it to my to-do list, but for now, it's not within my power.
Hey, magic is so complicated.
You know, I had a friend who could cast spells back in the time. She was like one of the strangest and amazing person I ever know, and I almost always did not understand a single thing that she spoke. Amazing. Let's head towards the ground.
DM, am I able to look at the Twala's pendant and feel if she is if Valletta is closer with the druid by the heartbeat?
You do. You hold the pendant between your palms and you feel it thump, thump, thump. The heartbeat is still not. It's still slow, but it's definitely like prominent now. You can feel it like thumping in your hand. As before, it was very faint.
It's a lot less faint than before. We're getting a lot closer. So, wherever this druid is, they must be close by now.
Uh, Now that we are getting closer, I have a pertinent question. We are getting closer, and what if Valetta does not want to come with us peaceful and willing? What should we do?
We might not need him to come with us. Um, we might just need to see if he can help figure out what is going on with that curse, or a way to rectify it, or just information in general.
Fair enough.
I would hope. He sounds like everyone else we've met has had a very good impression of him, it seems. And I can't imagine he wouldn't be willing to at least assist with knowledge, if nothing else.
Well, if he is truly the person who caused the curse upon Moon Harbor, I think that he would not approve or,
Hmm.
you know,
If it was him, I have my doubts.
yeah, me too. Like something just does not get it right. Like he's a good guy, but he'll casted a curse. I don't know.
Well, let's not
No
forget
one
that
man.
he was kind of betrayed by the Empire. He could be a
Yeah,
nice guy and all, but even the nicest people hold grudges.
Aye, but no one man or woman is owed to put blame until all things are put forward on the table.
oh, and I think that we are going to discover nothing idle here. Let's press on.
So you guys have wrapped up this map. If there is any last things you'd like to do here, now would be your time. Otherwise, we can go ahead and move forward.
I think
I
we're good,
assume,
y'all, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I assume no one needs
we're
any
good.
or anything like that, right? We're still pretty good.
Say that one more time.
I was just asking to make sure no one in the party feels like they need a short rest, right? We're just kind of good to
Nope.
carry on.
No,
Oh
we
no,
can
I'm
carry on.
perfectly fine.
We will carry on. Carry
All right.
on.
You guys strap up and you start plunging on through the jungle. As you guys go on, it gets more dense. Eventually coming to a fork in the road. It splits off, and in front of you, you see a massive set of stacked rocks with some creatures hanging off in the distance. They don't quite see you yet. They're minding their own business. What would you guys like to do?
I say we charge right in. Axes blazing. What do you guys think?
We
Oh,
no,
wait.
we don't know what these things are capable of yet, and we don't want you getting stumped or throwing yourself into something you can't do. Just be quiet for now. We observe, and then we decide.
What if I took a javelin and I threw it at one of them?
Just because it works on one man, it doesn't work on anything else.
Okay. What if we
First
go
of
to
all-
the top of the? What if we sneak up to the top of these rocks and just observe them for a bit?
First of all, we don't have information of what lies ahead. Second, we don't know the power of this druid Valletta or about anything else that lies within this jungle. Third, I prefer to not charge against the only man that we know that can lift the curse. So let's take things smooth and easily. The
On
most we
that
can.
note, can we make out the creatures from this distance?
Um, you can make out on your guys' right hand side what appears to be a spider figure. You can't really tell what they are yet, just that you know they're spiders. And over on your left, there's just these creatures that appear just as like this floating mass of like ever moving vines that every once in a while will like have a humanoid appearance pop out of it and then kind of like meld back into like moving ball of vines.
How how about we say we? How do you feel about that old-fashioned ambush?
We are not going to ambush them. If we are going to face them, we are face them face to face. Facing face to face. God damn it. Anyway,
As
but
you guys
we
are
are not going to
discussing
ambush them.
this, the creatures around start getting kind of alerted, and you see them start slowly kind of moving towards the sound.
Alright, well, if they're coming this way, let's get Hal up front at least.
Shall
Hey,
we?
how you know what to
Delve.
do? How Jinji take the front? I'll get them in the middle. Valen can do his fancy sword and magics, and Tara stays behind us. Make sure nothing gets to her.
I'm glad you've got down my general approach to things.
That sounds like a plan. Shall we?
All right, what was that dexterity check for, Hal?
That if you read it, it says stealth skill check.
Oh, okay, I see. So,
Hey, come on, let's not be
so,
mean to the DM.
so what? Yeah, shut the hell up.
Remember
All
that
I'm
the
saying
DM can
is
kill us.
learn to read. As a
TPK
librarian, I
tonight.
say learn to read.
So, what are you doing with this stealth? Are you just like crouched, sneaking?
True. Yeah, I'm sneaking towards those rocks.
All right, you do it. You successfully sneak up here to the rock. All right, the stranglers and everything start moving down. And now they're starting to look upon your group. They start seeing you guys. You see the vine stranglers. They start melding more into humanoid figures. You see feet and hands appearing. The spiders or mandibles start like snarling, and they let out a big big old screech. The
Hey.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
all right.
All right. I am going to have Felix. I can't take on that many ones. I'm gonna have Felix run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll start moving towards the. Actually, no, I'll dash because I might as well. 30. He is gonna hold position over here and get ready to fight the Vine Stranglers for you guys, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Seeing as the creatures are inbound, not positive what the vine creatures are to the left, he does recognize the Manglebeak kind of spider coming from the right. It doesn't like spiders, and we've already interacted with those birds, so he knows those are bad. So he is going to take some steps, come about here, roughly here. Um, I'm going to go ahead and, as a bonus action, he's going to once again draw his rapier with a flourish, but hold his other hand out. And again, very Doctor Strange esque, this glyph of light begins to form around his wrist as he kind of his hand in various shapes. Cast a spell. He is going to go ahead and let the spell Hypnotic Pattern. So it's a range 120. So I have the thing. Oh, I can go right there, I guess.
All
It went
right.
away.
So they have. Oh, what? that was beautiful. All right, so he casts his beautiful hypnotic pattern, and they have to each make a DC.
DC 16.
This guy's gonna go first. He's gonna make his. Failed. This guy's gonna go. He's gonna make his. Fail. The other crawler's gonna go. Fail. This Manglebeak's gonna go. Fail. This one's gonna go. Oh, he's gonna succeed. This one's going to go and succeeds as well. All right, so every one of these guys is charmed except for
And they are also capacitated with a speed of 0.
okay. Is it until they're hit?
So the spell ends for an affected creature but takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to get the creature out of its stupor, assuming they are smart enough to do that. But yeah, they're basically just incapped and can't move, and they're essentially out of the combat until we hurt them.
Real quick, before anyone takes another turn, I think Tara is not in the initiative tracker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Thank
going
you.
to say that,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you're
Yeah,
not?
she's not in the initiative traps.
No, I think I don't know. It didn't get me or
Here,
something.
I think if you click on your name or right click on your name, there should be something that says like add to combat or something like that.
Okay. Let's see. There's toggle combat state.
Oh, I did. I clicked toggle combat state. Oh, there you go. I placed you right after Hal. All right. Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So these guys are not incapacitated.
This one is not, and this one is not. Everybody else is.
Oh, well, I rage. So my spiritual warrior should show up, and then I will recklessly attack and throw my javelin at this guy.
All right. You do not hit.
Dang it.
It's an armor class of 13.
Well, then I'll just take my extra turn and throw another javelin. Dang it. Oh, no, I hit that.
He barely clipped him. Yep.
All right. And then roll for damage. Dealing 3 damage. Or 6 damage.
All right. Can you control your spectral warriors? How can you move them? Click on them and do all that?
Click.
Okay. Beautiful.
And so then, since I hit this guy, they run up here and they grab him.
Both of them just holding this little tiny bird just down on against the
Each by a
ground.
wing.
Yep. All right, and that is my turn.
All right. I think next.
All right. I'm going to get just a little closer. Maybe a little closer than I would like to. For now, I will 60 feet. We've seen all of these, like all the creatures on the map are visible now to us.
They are.
Okay. 45. All right. We'll start with this bird over here. I can reach him.
Isn't that bird unconscious?
Is that one unconscious?
He is
Did I miss it?
unconscious.
Okay, then the
It was
injured
these-
one. That one's not. Is the injured one unconscious?
No.
Okay, then
anymore.
I'll target the injured one. He's just within my reach, and I'm really good at like one thing. So
I think he's being restrained, so you get attack as well.
it's just vicious mockery. I'm really good at insulting things, so we're just gonna stick with that for now. Oh my god, these damn birds again.
His saving throw. He does not. He's
We
hurt by that.
love that. 6 points of psychic.
You shout at him from across the way, and every word of it strikes him in the heart, and you kill him. Poor guy.
Insulting things to death. Once again, Tara's specialty. I think we'll call that good for now.
All right, this Mangobeak is the only one still standing. Your spectral warriors don't have attacks or anything, do they?
They now have this.
Okay. I would say that they would not get an opportunity attack if I passed by them with this.
Yeah.
No.
Normally when this kind of invocations have overstack, it is explicitly said, just like the Echo Knight Echo, like there says that it can make an opportunity.
Okay. Cool. So well, this bird flies. So he's gonna fly past, and go over there to howl.
I'm still in stealth mode, right?
I think because you threw your javelin.
No, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just
Right?
joking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, wait.
Yep.
Get bit.
Yep.
He's gonna bite you.
See him try.
He does not. He just kind of nips at somehow. He's not a bird of prey. All right. Other Manglebeak. He's lost in the sauce. He's just looking like he's all stoned up at all these like colors in the sky. And same with I guess all three of these canopy creepers. They're all just dazed out of their minds, stoned as a moth. The Vine Strangler. 5. He's gonna just run sprinting down at Felix. And same with the other one. All right, Jin.
Check. Oh, then. Well, that there is nothing that I can do. So I will come right here and right. What? Yeah, I will. Oh, despite what I told that we are not going to do, I am going to charge towards the Vine Stranglers right here. Yeah, and I will beat them to death, basically. With my bonus action, I will activate my Fighting Spirit, so I will get advantage in all my attack rolls until the end of this turn, and I will make 2 attacks with my Great Sword using Great Attack Master, so -5 for hit, but +2, +10 for damage. So I will like make my rolls here to, like the 3 d20, right? Can I?
I mean, yeah. If
Okay. All right.
whatever attack you're doing, if you click it in your inventory and do all that.
Oh yeah, but I'm going to do with advantage, and I am going to, like roll 3 dice because of my Elven Occurrence. So that's the first attack,
It hits.
right? So let me roll my Great Sword right here, and despite the number rolled here, I will roll for damage anyway. I must roll attack first, and then damage plus 10, 23 of damage.
23 to him.
Yep. And I will make my savage attack against him as well. Almost a natural 20. I guess it hits
You
as
do.
well.
You hit.
Right. So let me just heal my great sword right here. Attack. Wherever.
All right. Good job.
No.
Hey.
But this is just for me to.
Oh, that
roll
wasn't
my-
your actual roll.
that
Oh,
was-
I
yeah.
see. Oh, how
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And that was fun.
Dang.
And 21, so it is 44.
All right. So he takes another 21 points of damage, total of 44. And as you slice him, you take a big chunk out, and his body kind of distorts, but then the vines like all grow back together and like kind of fill the wound space.
Dude, there is vines in my sword. What the fuck?
They're kind of tickling you with their
that's-
vines, you know.
And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Fuchs is gonna assume that the spectral warriors that sprouted from Hulluf can help handle whatever comes Valen and Terra's way. I'm gonna run over and see if I can help finish off this Vine Straggler. Attack. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you did.
You don't hit. They have 14 armor class.
Yeah, no, that wasn't gonna hit. Don't worry, I will use an extra attack though.
Oh, look at that.
23.
That hits.
Nice.
There we go. I roll the damage for that. 7 slashing damage.
All right. You slash at him with your. His Vine Strangler is now, unlike his other healthy comrade, he's really like weak. His vines are starting to become looser and not as.
Alright, and I will end my turn, allowing Hulluf to finish it off later.
Okay. Would you say these two remaining? Oh no, that one's dead. Okay. Valen is going to rush up to this Manglebeak that's beside the spectral warrior. Is that the first time we're seeing these? Okay.
They've been out once or twice before.
Okay. And after that, he's just going to, with his drawn rapier, make first one with green hot bars. Spellbook. Spellbook.
Public. Public,
Spellbook.
no.
Spellbook.
Boom.
Ooh.
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 Nice.
All
Let's
right.
try-
Hey.
Let's see what happens here.
Well,
So you get double
that
damage
is-
on your attack.
yeah. Well, okay. So that looks like that. Huh. I don't think that's right.
So it looks like your first attack roll was that, and then your second attack roll was 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yes, but that is not quite the damage I'm dealing with my initial. It should be 1d8 of piercing, 1d8 of fire, plus my dexterity modifier, and then the 2d8s are going to be doubled. So it should be, for this attack, it should be 48 plus my dex. And
Okay.
then the secondary portion of the green flame blade that leaps to a nearby creature, if there's one there, that's a d8 plus my intelligence modifier.
Here, will I just switch your damage formula from 1d8 plus mod to 4d8 plus? So I think that'll jump that up. It was supposed to have something else.
Well, so yeah, so the initial attack, the for the damage for it, it should be 1d8 piercing, 1d8 fire, and then plus dexterity modifier. And then with this one being a crit, dice double. And then
Oh,
the
I see what you're saying.
secondary thing is 1d8 plus intelligence modifier. That would leap the second.
Okay.
But the first one should just be. So do you want me to just go ahead and just roll?
So click on Green
40.
Flame Blade again, because I switched the damage settings.
Okay, go ahead and I can just ignore what the roll is here and do damage and roll. See 48.
Plus your spellcasting.
Not my spellcasting mod.
So not your spellcasting mod. It's going
No,
to
it
use
will
your
be
what?
my
Your
yeah,
dexterity mod. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically making a rapier attack with an extra d8 of fire damage.
So
to the
try
main
it
attack.
here. Let me reset the timer and let's try it one more time. Click on it and roll it one more time.
Boom, critical. Yeah, that is the correct number. Again, I don't know if it'll matter, but 2d8 of that is piercing, or 2d8 plus 4 is piercing, 2d8 is fire. But
I think when we do different damages, it starts getting really confusing.
okay.
So I say let's just
but
make
yeah.
it all. Do you want it fire or do you want it piercing?
I mean, it really depends on what the creatures are weak against and or resistance against. For this
Okay.
encounter, I imagine it doesn't matter yet unless we're dealing with the vine guys. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll just go ahead and take the 17 damage would be what the crit healed.
Okay. 17 damage to this part of the chap right here.
Correct.
All right. Well, you slice him straight in half, one swoop. Yep.
My spiritual warriors nod at you like,
Valen nods awkwardly back to the random ghost. And that will be his turn.
Hal looks down at this little bird and recklessly attacks. And he should still be raging. And he pulls out his Ice Guardian Halberd and crack-a-lacks down and says, "You need to chill." And deals 12 damage to the little guy.
Oh, man. You deal just enough damage. You split him in half.
Nice.
And he's
Sick.
dead as well.
And then I'll use my extra attack with one of my javelins, and I throw it at this guy. Ooh, lolly.
All right.
Hey.
You guys in your crits, huh?
Nice.
Damn.
And do I just roll normal damage? Right?
Yep. So it'll just be normal damage, and then he'll take the bleeding status. 7. To who was it?
Can I switch to this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And then my spectral warriors run over and grab him. Because...
Alright.
Cool.
All right. He's restrained. Right, he's restrained to end bleeding now.
Correct. So if he attacks anybody, he rolls with disadvantage.
All right.
Cool. And that would be my turn.
All right.
Okay. They made quick work of the mangle beaks. And don't know this thing's movement. I think Jen and Hal can handle the vine guys.
Felix.
I have confidence. I'm going to. I'm gonna start mocking the spiders because, like, okay, first of all, Isaac, I love this artwork. They are horrifically gorgeous. But I'm gonna start making fun of its green fangs or something. Like that green does not suit you. It really should be, you should match the jungle a little bit better. I'm just gonna start it on one of them, I guess.
All right, which one was it again? This guy?
Oh, sorry, just the
Oh.
closest one.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll start with him. Well, that's fine. Oh, I thought that was a 20. I was like, okay, he's wise. That's even
no,
better.
it was a 1.
We'll that's not what I meant to click. Don't ignore that part.
Okay.
Let's try that again. 4 points of psychic.
All right. You
And
hit
then-
the crawler for 4 points, and when you do, you knock him out of his dazement.
Yep. Which means I am then going to just take a few steps further away from him.
Yeah.
And I will bonus action call out to Jinshi. You guys have got those, right? I don't know. You're the fighter. You can handle it. And I'll give him a bardic inspiration.
Thank you, I guess. Your words were very, inspiring.
All right. This canopy crawler, now knocked out of his daze, just kind of starts looking around, doesn't really know where he's going, and just kind of walks past Valen and starts running towards Terra. About right? That's all he can do. He's no. Should give you range attacks. This guy is still high as hell, just looking at a cloud of whatever. And same with him. They're just staring off into space. This vine strangler right here is he's gonna look at Felix and okay. All right, so he runs. It's an attack. So he's gonna run at you. 12. Does it not?
Nope.
All right. He reaches out his viney mandrels and they kind of wrap around you, but you pull away. You get away from it. The other one is bleeding and restrained. Did the bleeding happen on its turn or your turn? I'll start with each of its turns.
Its turn.
All right, so he has to roll a d4 of bleeding. 1.
Oh.
He's going to start his turn with a little bit of blood droppage. It's all green and goopy and gross. And then he's still able to attack, right? He just has to do it with disadvantage.
Yes, he just with disadvantage.
All right. He tries to take a swing at Jinshi with his
Come,
strangling grasp.
try me.
Oh, he doesn't do it at all.
Careful what you ask for.
He doesn't do it at all.
Thank you, Spectral Warriors.
Wait, what does he do to his fellow? What happens to him?
What happens
Right.
to who?
To the vine. He just rolled a nat 1. Shouldn't something bad happen to him?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I guess you're right.
He's not wrong.
You, he's not wrong. You're right. His weapon breaks. He doesn't have a weapon, I guess, so he is just gonna have his arm just kind of chopped off and hanging there. So I'm just gonna say he has -4 to his damage attack.
And then basically the vines grow again because he doesn't have a weapon.
For some reason, the vines on this arm just ain't growing back like they were before. You really fucked it up.
The bleeding arm.
Yeah.
Right, I will attack this guy that is right in front of me, like the same guy that I chopped twice in half, not some time ago.
You hit.
Ooh, nice. Let me roll for damage. Oh, 10 damage.
All right, you smack him for 10 damage, and it's just enough where he falls over. The second you slashed him, his entire body just kind of like exploded, like this whip
Oh
effect.
fuck!
All the vines go flying everywhere and just fall on like this lifeless heap on the ground.
Right. With my second attack, I will attack this guy right here, and if I'm not mistaken, uh, he is incapacitated. I think.
He's restrained, I think. So I think he
Restrained.
takes. You have advantage, I think.
Right.
Mhm.
So I will, use my Great Weapon Master since I have advantage. So,
Oh Jesus!
oh
Was that a nat 20 on one of them?
yeah, that was a natural 20. That was like
Was that
23. Like
Was that your attack?
right.
I
Yeah.
wonder why I didn't light up green.
It's because I did not roll attack. I rolled command because with advantage I roll 3 dice.
All right. Well, you disarm the poor guy.
Damn, the first one had a bleeding arm. Now this one gets disarmed.
Yeah, so you literally one of his arms is just chopped off, laying on the floor, and the other one's just sitting there.
Right. So this is my damage. Brilliant. 23 again.
All right.
It's constant. And well, since I dropped like that guy right there to 0 hit points, I can make an extra attack with my bonus action. So that I make it again against the same guy, and I rolled 11 at best.
It does not hit.
Oh fuck yeah! So that's it. One of my attacks connect with him, but the second one does not because he's disarmed, and I was aiming at his arm.
All right, Felix.
Alrighty. I am gonna run over and see if I can start damaging this guy surrounded by the spectral warriors. Here goes everything. First attack. Oh jeez.
You have advantage on that.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay.
How does
Then
he,
is
how
it
does
okay
he
if I just?
become unrestrained?
If my rage ends,
Is it okay? If it's okay for them that I just roll normal again, and just whatever was the highest is the advantage roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
take
All
that.
right.
23.
You hit.
All right. I'll roll damage for that one, and that gets an extra +2 for dueling. That's 9 slashing damage.
All right. Slash. 9 damage.
All right, and I will use an extra attack. See if I can add on to it more. And it's still with advantage, right?
Yep, it should be.
All right. 28.
Ooh, you hit.
11 slashing damage.
All right, you hit him for 11 slashing damage. All of his vines start falling off of him.
All right, I leave it up to you guys now.
All right. Having slain this bird, he sees that one of these spiders has managed to break free from his spell and rushed off towards the human. Realizing how fragile she must be, the warrior heart he has will rush down and intercept the gooey guy. I think I got enough movement to actually get like almost here, I imagine, kind of
Okay.
interposing himself a bit. And as he jumps up onto the thing, he will go ahead and make some attack. Let's see. So I'll go ahead and roll Green Flame Blade first.
All right.
A normal roll. It's 26 to hit.
You hit.
All right, let's see here. Okay, for a total of 11 points of damage
All right.
with the first strike. And then with his extra attack, he will make a standard rapier thrust. Ooh, no!
Oh no!
Man, these criticals tonight are cracked. Your failed attack such a spectacle that distracts all nearby allies. It puts disadvantage on all attacks made by your allies. Still strike. So Valen, I don't know. You're pretty good at explaining things. Tell us how bad he fucked up.
So, his first strike rings true and sets the creature ablaze a little bit, but the embers of his own flame kind of lick back towards him and distract him enough to where when he goes to thrust, he's off balance and just does this weird, awkward thrust into the air, and then just wiggles it around a bit, and then like comes back down, and it's just an awkward little.
Oh no, footwork, laddie, footwork!
I've got it.
Oh,
But that's that's.
And all of your friends saw it.
all right. Al, very confused, like kind of like traipse over here and lifts his mighty wolf jaw axe. He also goes to a reckless attack. So reckless attack gives me advantage, but since we're distracted, would it just be regular?
I would say that would probably be fair. I would
Okay.
say just numerically that
So
makes sense, I guess.
yeah, he normal.
All right. It
So
does not hate.
okay. Well, he extra attacks and goes again, and then comes crashing down,
Wait,
dealing
I think you had
15.
disadvantage on that second one as well, didn't you? Oh, I guess that'd just be
Yeah, that's
normal.
why I rolled.
I see. Okay.
That's why I rolled it normal.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Got me. This guy.
All right, so 15.
15 to him.
All right, you smack him. The rest of his little vines flop on the floor, and what used to be a massive entangled vine structure is now just a group of broken foliage.
I weed whacked that guy, I say, as I hold up my axe triumphantly.
All right. I think with
Alright, that's
that,
my turn.
it's Tebra's turn.
Tara will. Yeah, vicious mockery is too easy. I just, hang in there with the green coloring, and he just stands out too much, and it just really doesn't vibe well in this environment.
All right, he's
And
gonna
the one
listen.
that Valen's.
And he hears you. He thinks it's really rude.
Well, I think it's really rude that he came closer to me.
All right, literally.
Yeah, good. I'm going to. Can I just try and go diagonal? There we go. Just so I'm not like all the way down there in the corner by myself. Just in case. But that's all. I'm not gonna. No bonus action this turn.
Oh, the canopy crawler. Which one is Valen? All right, I guess he now kind of a turn out of his daze notices Valen standing directly next to him and turns to you, attacks you with a venomous bite. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, he does. He smacks you once. You feel his venom surge in.
Balin will actually, fangs come in. He holds up his arm and almost a little backhand motion. What looks like an invisible barrier appears until the contact is by 5. So let me go ahead.
Boom, there it is.
Stupid spider.
The spider's fangs just kind of like bounce off of your shield. It makes this like little noise. Right? Yeah, you have a high enough armor class that doesn't hit. Yeah, 22.
What's that sound again, please?
27.
I'm sorry.
It
I was away from the keyboard.
It was like a then something
Thank
like
you.
that. Yeah, something like that. You have to use imaginations, I guess, but something like that.
I've been debating. I learned the sound effects that you plug in so if you cast a spell, but I think this game already has those. So
It kind of does. I have a plugin that, like, if you have it named, it'll try to make a sound effect, but it's like works. Yep. So with that jumping your armor class up by 5, that only brought you to 22.
no, I'm actually at 27. I'm at 22. The shield spell at the moment.
Oh, weird. Okay, yeah, I might have to.
Oh, here. Let me. There we go. Working. So 27 is my current.
All right. Sweet. Well, you reflect it like a badass. The other canopy crawler, still staring into space. He's kind of like fallen over and is like on the ground. Same with the other one. This one's completely on his back. He's just staring at the ground. They're dazed out of their mind. All right, Jin.
Right. Well, seeing that divine throwers here dealt with, I will start running to help my friend Valen because he is small and he's a wizard, so he needs help and protection. And I will, well, actually I can't. Alright, I will dash with my action and I will end up right here. And I will end up right here, like running. And yeah, that's it. That's what I'm. Yeah.
All right.
All right. now that these are all handled, I will have Felix also use his action dash over and give Valen a bit of security. Just pat him on the back and say, Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. It's just the spider thing. Saw it coming." I will let him redeem himself.
Valen's turn. All your friends are no longer distracted by your critical failure.
Good. I forget. Are we playing with flanking?
No, we're not.
Not flanking, but opportunity attack. I guess if you
Okay.
really wanted to do it, I could probably.
No, that's all right. It would change if I would. He'll go ahead and rinse in himself that not bite him in the butt with RNG. God, well, it could have been worse.
Doesn't quite hit.
Fortunately, he's got a second follow up, as the first for this one was
Oh,
true strike.
Does not hit. They have a 15.
Well,
Oh,
maybe the embarrassment of his previous situation has not fully washed away yet. Gains his balance again.
oops. Hold on. Hal decides to run over here 45 feet, and
Is his
with
movement really
his
45?
flat,
Damn.
yeah,
that's what I'm
That's-
questioning myself.
he recklessly attacks with his beautiful javelin and just throws it
Ooh,
right at this guy.
Ooh, he took another dude's limb. It goes
God.
right through his leg and it just like falls off one of his 8 legs.
And also because
That
I hit
hurt.
him, both of my ancestors. I am collecting all these arms. Both of my ancestors. Oh, come on. Run over and grab this guy. Ancestors, be with me.
Alright. They each grab a leg and are pulling at him. The other one's just laying on the ground.
All right, that's my turn. Oh, wait, no. I have an extra attack. Well, forgot. He takes one of his hand axes because he's not in or anything else. Come on. Okay. It won't click on how.
Is your player token selected on the left hand side?
Trying to.
That little drop down
There
bar.
we go. There we go. This thing. Throw my little hand axe at him.
Alright.
And 4 damage.
Alright. 4 damage. Your hand axe is now
Ooh.
laying over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Or sticking into the back of them.
I imagined. All right, that was my turn.
So since the spider only has legs, it's safe to assume that what is lopped off. Yep, exactly.
He tried. At least
All right.
tried.
Tara's turn. If I can figure out how to end.
Harkins.
Yeah, it won't do it for me.
All right. I feel confident to move a little closer. And I'm just gonna keep insulting its color scheme because I don't approve of it.
All right. He hears it.
5 points of psychic.
Oh, he also has disadvantage.
Oh, I always forget the extra part of vicious mockery. It's pretty important. Where did my sheet? I lost my sheet. It's fine. I'll link it in a second. But
This canopy crawler is restrained, and he has disadvantage, right? Does he have disadvantage because of vicious mockery?
yeah, if they fail, they take the psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
So I guess he'd have triple disadvantage.
I think that
I
is.
think
Disadvantage
just
cubed.
critical 1 all the whole time.
Yeah, alright, so he's gonna roll his attack. This is the attack first, whichever one's the lowest, I guess. So 9. I don't think he has a mod on that. This next roll isn't gonna count. I just have to do it. He had 5 on top of it, so 9 plus 5, that's 14.
Nice.
Did he hit? No, Phelan's fucking at 27 armor class. But he does not, dude. And the other two canopy crawlers are just lost in the sauce over here.
I just realized one thing, that the only way that these kind of crawlers have to hit Valen is like if they critical hit. Wow. Right. I will. Well, the usual from a fighter. I will swing my big ass sword towards this giant ass spider and see who is bigger. All right. And normal.
You would have had advantage on that roll because he's
Oh
subdued by
yes.
my.
Right. We
Yeah.
need to remember
He's
that.
trying. He's like, go for that D20.
That's right.
I could like have roll like 2 additional d20s, but yeah, 14 damage on the on this guy right here,
All right, 14 damage.
and I will make my second attack against him, and this time I will remember my advantage. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Great Weapon Master.
Hey.
Net 20.
Hey,
Oh my lord, what's going on, this joint? All right,
double damage.
double damage.
All right, double damage. So I roll a total of. God damn it.
Surprised.
37.
37 damage.
Oh my
Samurai double spaced in a fancy Japanese font trademark.
god. 37 damage. You just body this thing. Falls on the
Nothing
ground
per-
dead. It does like that weird little
nothing
spider
personal,
curl where
kid.
it falls on its back and all of its like legs curl up, you know?
Not
Nothing
all of
personal,
them.
kid. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
except for the one that's on the floor.
No, Vinci those like this kind of movie of samurai movies and that anime thing that samurais do in animes, and he chops off the spider in half, and he will stay here too. Yeah,
So the
he
other two
will
canopy
give.
crawlers are in just a state of, you know,
Ah, oh yes,
I don't know,
Velin
ecstasy or
costs
whatever.
hypnotic pattern, right? So I will come right here and ask him and ask Velin, can I? y- uh, uh, you know,
Give you permission.
thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bailey. And I will. Oh, I downed this creature to 0 hit points, so I have attack with my bonus action. So I will make
Oh
it
my
right
god,
now.
that's right.
Yep, I.
Again, in a fancy Japanese font, double spaced trademark samurai.
Oh, 19,
Oh
almost
my
like 20.
god.
Was that a
Right,
nat
7.
20 again?
No,
No,
almost.
he was close.
Almost.
He got a
Oh,
19.
I was like, oh my
Dang.
gosh.
And I will yeah, 10 damage. And that's it.
All right. For 10 damage, and you knock him out of his.
Right. I'll give Jin Shi a hand. You all help us from the back. I'm just gonna use a just a normal move, and then I'm gonna hold action for an attack in case if this other canopy spider over here that I'm targeting decides to come close to us. So that'll be my turn.
Desperate to fix his mistakes, he will rush in with movement there and begin attacking the now no longer comatose Flame Blade. Go for 8.
All right.
Then following it up with a spin and a thrust, he'll stab the Rape. 20 to hit. 10 points of.
All right. Nice.
All right. Yep. He's gonna rush up here, recklessly attacking this now awake spider. Chomping down with 8 damage. And then my spectral warriors come, ancestors guide me. I grab this dude, and then I extra attack with another giant wolf jaw. Ooh, so close. Come back down for maximum damage. 16.
Nice.
All right. 16. One thing I'm noticing about your rage, Hal, is it says it lasts for 1 minute. as part of the
Oh.
turns. I haven't been tracking how many seconds is going by or how many turns that we're taking. So I think it might be a fair compromise if instead of we do 1 minute, we just set like a turn on it. Like you have rage for like 5 turns or something like that.
Well, it usually is assuming that a turn in D&D
1
lasts
minute
for 6
equals
seconds.
10
So
rounds.
yeah,
So
that's
10.
that's
Okay,
accurate.
that's fine. Well, I'm gonna add that piece of info into your rage thing so I can easily.
Sounds good. All right,
Cool.
my turn is done.
It's like it's Tara's turn.
All right, we're just gonna move up about 20 feet, just a little. And that guy has the exact same color scheme as his friend, and really they should try to, um, be independent. Doesn't suit to just be like everybody else. They really don't like my
Okay.
insults.
Yeah, he's really hurt by it.
And 7 points.
All right, you hit him for 7 points.
I'll get brave. I'll come the rest of the way. He's literally surrounded.
Be brave. All right, so this canopy crawler is still whacked out of his mind over here. This one is restrained. He's gonna look back at Valen, and he's gonna run at him with, or try to bite him with his venomous bite. But he's gonna roll it with disadvantage because he is restrained. 8 does not hit. Wouldn't even hit if he even tried with 27 armor class.
Oh, actually, it is back down to 20. Let me turn
Okay.
that off.
All right. Jin.
Samurai boy. Let's go. Oh, I will keep swinging my sword until the enemy stops moving, just like any fighter. He's restrained. He's restrained, right?
Yes, he is.
Hmm?
Right. So, Great Apple Master once again. First attack, almost
All right.
net 20. I think that hits. So
22.
22 damage.
All right. Well, you do so. You kill the spider. He falls up on his back and curls his little legs.
I shove my sword in the middle of its body while it is squirming, and I will walk up towards this kind of crawler right here, and once again I will ask, Mr. Vaden, can I?
With a nod of approval, he
Right.
delegated command.
And then I will make 2 attacks because I dropped that other kind of color to 0 hit points. So I have 1 action with my bonus action because of my Great Apple Master. So let's go. Normal this time because I don't have identities.
First one does not hit.
Can you make that noise again?
Oh, but he's. I think that he's out of combat, like blind because of the hypnotic capacity. Really?
I'm sorry.
What's
What
going
are we
on?
waiting on?
This kind of probably is blind, if I remember correctly, by the hypnotic pattern.
Or no? Did the hypnotism end a while ago though?
No, it doesn't end until he's either pulled out or he's attacked.
Yep.
Oh,
So the first attack, like,
that's
has
weird.
advantage or the sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think. So yeah, I will roll again. Well, 2 more times actually, and see if I hit. And 24. So I will roll for my damage. Normal. Right, and now he's out of the hypnotic poison spell, and like now my attack roll as normal. And let's see what I can get from it.
You hit him.
17. Nice. Right. Not much damage, but yeah. Okay, enough. 17, 12 plus 15, so 27
All right.
total.
Smack him for 27 total damage. All right.
Felix is gonna run up behind Halif and Jinchi and see if he can get the final blow on this thing. Alright, first attack. Another 3. Alright, let's see if this one is higher this time, though. 18?
All right.
Alright, and this gets an extra +2 damage because dueling. I have to remind myself that. 10 slashing damage.
All right. You slice them up for 10.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Yep, you
Go
are.
back.
Yep.
The side of the spider, screen flame blade. Gosh darn it.
Damage veiling.
He's throwing it off. Too many people trying to hit this thing at once. Got lucky with the rapier. That's better.
All right.
Dealing a whopping 12 points of piercing damage.
All right. All right. Hal.
Yes. I run up right beside this guy and recklessly attack. And I drop my beautiful axe straight down on top of his head.
All right.
And hit him for 7. Then I do it all again. Attack. Fancy.
Oh.
How many nat 20s have you gotten tonight? Is that like a third
Jesus.
one?
3. Break armor.
He doesn't have armor, so instead you just kind of like crack his chitinous shell.
Cool. And I hit him for another 11.
All right.
And my spiritual guardians, if they're still there, grab him. Okay. That's my turn.
All right.
I'm gonna try. Oh, he's so close. Okay. I don't have. No, I don't have. Okay. Yeah, he, as the other two, has same awful coloring. It's not suitable. Why? What were they thinking?
All right. Oh, that cuts
Better than
deep.
his friends, but still fails.
Yeah.
For 6 points of psychic.
Oh, your insult. He hears ya, and I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know what happens, but he just falls over dead.
You see, he tries to cover his face because he's absolutely humiliated. And then he just falls.
What?
It's true. He just chose death in that moment.
My specialty.
All right.
That's it.
All the enemies are dead. The combat's over. Time runs normally now. Hal's warriors fade off into the aether.
Hey, well done, everybody. Well done, good.
I will pat Vaden's shoulder. That was quite a nice spell you cast on the beginning.
Yes, that's one I've been working on for. Seemed quite useful. There may be something wrong with my sword. It didn't seem to be balanced properly, or something was off. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
If
I
it's-
am very sure that the problem is the sword. Like,
Uh,
how do you use that? It's like so light. Where is
Well,
the weight of this thing?
it just takes proper finesse and skill,
Oh,
brute strength.
yeah. Well, congratulations on being able to use that. It's so alien, so strange.
Well, at any rate, I can't assume these creatures would provide any information as druids' whereabouts, but perhaps their corpses could some useful ingredients and supplies.
Um,
I,
if these creatures are not spies for the Vitala druid, so yeah,
Which
let's just
Whatever.
grab.
which creature are you claiming?
He's just more making a gesture, like in general.
Let's loot.
Let's loot the bodies and continue forward. So I guess-
Hal picks up this canopy crawler's leg that he chopped off and sticks it in his bag.
You're gonna have to add that into your character sheet. But you loot the rest of the canopy crawler and get 1 basic poison.
Okay.
Aye, while you all check out the spiders and such, I'm gonna go check over on the other side of the road where Hal is. I saw what looked like some blood and a bit of a pack, so I'm going to go investigate that.
Just be safe. There could be more of them out there.
Aye, I'll be safe.
Um, can Hal loot
And
this
indeed,
Manglebeak?
he will not be safe.
You can loot that mango.
And can I rip off his beak?
Sure. Roll me a, I don't know, strength check, I guess.
I did chop it in half. That's what you said we were playing. But yeah, I'll roll a strength.
Right. I will loot this kind of crawler right here, and I will follow Felix.
Alright, you rip it off, Hal, but you kind of break it a little bit, so it's kind of like a broken Manglebeak beak. Jin, you are looting a canopy crawler.
Yeah.
You find canopy crawler mandible.
Mandible. Right. I will take this as a souvenir, as a proof that we killed these horrible creatures.
Alright.
And I will come right here to check with my friend Felix if he's okay.
Alright. Is anybody else layman claim to any loot bodies?
I just want to check out the vine piles.
Sure.
Those looked interesting.
You kind of start messing through the piles of vines, and you end up finding 6 wood in one pile and 11 plant fiber in another.
Can I pick up the severed hand?
Yeah, well, it's not really a hand anymore. They're just piles of vines.
Okay, can I just get a clump of vines then?
Sure. Here, I dropped one in your inventory.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Can Balin loot the last of the crawlers?
You loot the last of the crawlers, and you find...
Felix, what'd you find in the bag?
More of the researcher's notes. Something concerning.
Well, one of
What's
you
it
read
say?
it for me?
Last night, my camp was savagely attacked by the Jungle Reaper. I thought these creatures would be extinct, yet they are not. They are terrifyingly real and relentless. I have sustained several injuries and fear my time is short. I leave behind my bag with all my notes of these mysterious stones. To whoever reads this, the secret of the stones involves the sundial nearby as well as this riddle I have transcribed. Seek first the beacon in the sky. Turn next where ancient power lies in sight. And with one whose journey's bold, for secrets untold and then to unfold. It's imperative that someone continue this work and discover the truths behind these stones. May fortune be kinder to you than it was to me. And then Felix will kind of look down at the note and looks at Valen and Jinshi and say, I don't know nothing about some beacon in the sky or some ancient power that lies in sight, but wherever it is, this researcher found it important.
Well, first of all, he's dead. And whatever thing that killed him, I don't want to find us, like this jungle reaper, whatever the hell it might be. And I think that the beacon in the sky refers to the sun. I think it's like light and it is in the sky.
It does seem some form of riddle.
Yep.
Beacon in the sky could be the sun. And let's see, what's
Seek
next?
first the beacon in the sky. So we should seek the sun, like seek the east where the sun rises.
Well, it says
Hey,
it involves
guys, I
the
found-
sundial nearby. Oh,
I found something.
What did you find, lad?
leave it to Hal to
Oh.
wander off and find the answers.
I found this thing. I'm gonna try to lift it. See if there's anything underneath it.
Wait, that's not necessary.
You go and you grab the sides of it and start lifting it, but it is firmly planted in the ground.
That's pretty stuck. All right, let's move on.
Hey, Hal.
Uh,
With how
Yeah.
strong you are, instead of lifting it, I mean, maybe it's too heavy for you. I don't know, but what is the chance that you could rotate it?
Okay.
I think that Hal and I can do that.
Working with Jinshi, we try to rotate it.
So Hal first tries to rotate it himself, and it is stuck. But with the combined power of Jinshi, they're able to rotate it just slightly. And you notice it spins in a full 360 circle. On the top portion of it, it has almost like an arrow or indicator as well. As you turn
Uh,
it, nothing's really happening, though.
well, Felix, you mentioned that this note refers to some stones. Did the note come with stones?
No, nor did the pack have anything in it. Mostly just some food and water.
Well, it mentions that the secret of the stones involves a sundial nearby. I don't know if the stones were required for the sundial. Does there seem to be any kind of like recesses or holes, like something that looks like you need to insert something into this sundial?
Well,
Um,
didn't the riddle said power lies in sight? Now I'm a pretty powerful guy. I mean, you just pointed at me, right?
No,
Like,
no,
No,
aren't these stones that he's talking about that strange stones we saw earlier?
Oh
Like
wait,
in the jungle.
Felix has an idea. Felix is gonna get on top of the dial and pull out Tuala's pendant that is a pendant carved from stone and see if anything is happening.
Um, so you pull the pendant out, and as you hold it in your hand, it's beating a little faster than it was when you checked it last time. But you notice something strange when you kind of just like let it sit in your hand. It almost seems to magnetically be pulled towards this big formation of rocks right here.
Felix will hold it out and show everyone, and you'll say, "Hey, look at the stone, and look at how it's floating over to the other stone over there."
Hal like climbs on top of this.
When you get up there, you look down and you notice that the top of the stone has all these like ancient carvings on it.
Hal bends down and like starts inspecting them, and then uses his carpenter tools to write "Hal was here."
What's he
Alright.
doing up there?
So you etch that into the side.
Nothing. But there are some markings up here that were here before. That they've always been here. I was just looking at them.
Will you also roll me a perception check, Hal?
I will take some
Oh.
steps back, and I will ask Bailey, what's the chance of these stones exploding? House touching it.
probably about 1 in 3.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Besides the carvings, Hal, you don't really notice.
Well, what do the carvings say?
Hal was here.
Not
whoa.
these carvings.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of weird lines up here. I don't know.
I think we're
Ow.
asking the wrong person. All right,
Jumps
Can
down.
you read it?
I'll come take a look. Balin will attempt to climb up to the top and where he mentioned seeing some things.
Will you roll me a perception check as well, Valen?
Yeah. I forgot why my perception was so low, but then I remember my wisdom score is.
All right.
Oh boy.
You climb up and you see a lot of the same that Hal sees. You just see a bunch of ancient carvings. Nothing really sticking out at you.
Does he also see Hal was here?
He does. He does see Hal was here. It stands out compared to the other carvings because it's a lot newer.
Do the carvings that beyond the clear Hal was here one seem like it's a language, or does it seem like it's more of an arcane rune type of a situation?
It does. It kind of seems like runes that are surrounded by like words, kind of a combination of the two. You think really, really hard as you're looking at all this, and you're gonna please roll me a history check.
A history check.
Can I help him? I have a story as well. History as well.
Yes, you can help him, Jen. If you want to roll a history check and climb up there as well, you can.
Right, I have history. So, oh, no. This is history.
So you two climb to the top of this rock up here, and you're looking around, and you start talking and feeding off of each other and what you guys know. What you decipher is what's written on these stones. is Ancient Celestial. It's a language that to this day hasn't been deciphered by scholars. It's like a cryptic, very very old.
It is ancient celestial. Can you read it to me?
Not this ancient version, at the very least, not without the proper materials.
Can we find I don't know a dictionary back in the town?
On ancient
Right,
celestial.
right. Well, I don't know. I don't know how do you scholars work. Right. I tell you what. Get a piece of paper of your spell book, and I don't know, like just like get a copy of these symbols, and then we can translate back in town.
Possibly. If these symbols are arcane, I may be able to spend some time and prepare the spell to better detect the magic in the area. In the meantime, perhaps if these boulders are the stones that this adventurer was mentioning, perhaps there's some secret passage that we get to find amongst the rocks. Perhaps the rest of you will have a peek around. This will take about 10 minutes or so.
Speak up from the bottom and just ask, are you two done up there?
I guess so.
Unless someone has a better idea, I'm going
Probably
to
not.
take the time to suss out the magic in the area. Perhaps you'll assist us in searching these stones and rocks for any kind of other carvings, perhaps passageways, if these are in fact an important outcropping.
Felix will look over to Hal and Jinshi and say, "Could I get your help turning this dial again? I think we need. If you were all speaking about the sun in its direction, why don't?" And Felix will look up to see what direction the sun is in right now.
I don't have like an
Sure.
actual direction, but you know, you see it.
Felix will
Sure.
tap on this like pointed part on top of the. Uh
Go for it.
Valen doesn't have enough mana.
Um, Detect magic is a ritual spell, so if I do take the full 10 minutes to cast it, it does not require what would be a spell slot, and I assume thus man. It doesn't
Okay.
let me up there.
Well, Valen's up there like meditating or something and trying his darndest. All right, what'd you say, Felix?
Felix is just gonna point in the direction of the sun. He's gonna point at this tip that's on top of the wings of this bird in the sundial, and he'll say, "Why don't we try turning this towards the sun or towards the rocks over here? See which one works."
So,
Okay.
Right
all right.
towards the sun. Then
My right or your right?
you're right. I think.
I know I'm right, but which one?
So you guys start cranking the sundial, and you crank it so the little sundial piece in the beginning, or at the top, lines with the sun, and as it does, you just hear like a mechanical chink chink, followed by this kind of weird glimmer sound that comes from the rocks.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, it says to turn it next where the ancient power lies in sight. Could that be the stones themselves with the runes carved in them? Would
I
that
think
I,
that
the
I think
ancient
that
language?
I think that this is ancient power enough.
that ancient power isn't going to be hurting Valen, is it?
Now well let's wait Raiden finish his ritual, so we'll have an idea if this is indeed ancient power lying in sight.
Aye then.
So I guess we all hang around for 10 minutes and sip on some water and share some stories and laughs while Valen is up there meditating like a little genie guy. And finally, his spell or his ritual is complete, and he casts his detect magic. And what you can detect, Valen, is there's this very, very strong magical presence radiating from the sundial, and a very similar presence radiating from the rock that you're sitting on top of right now, but not nearly as strong.
One of the things Detect Magic can also do is kind of give a hint at the school of magic that is associated with the object. Is there a sense of what kind of magic is surrounding both the sundial and the stone he's upon?
Um, so it's like an ancient, godly kind of magic. I don't know if that's like an actual school. You know,
Yeah.
you can detect it's like otherworldly kind of magic though. Not not anything that you've like learned in school
Does it
necessarily.
seem like it's just like a source of magic of some kind? Is the magic trying to like use illusions to hide something? Is it a trap that's going to explode for some reason? Like anything like that he can glean? 'Cause that will usually come from like the school nature of the magic.
So you can feel the inside of the rock. The sundial itself is just spewing magic from it. The rock itself, the magic is like deep inside of it, almost in the center, kind of pulsating outwards. You can't detect any sort of illusions, nor any kind of like obvious like danger.
Okay. So it feels as just like a source of magic as opposed to like a spell that's going to do something.
Yep, yep.
Okay. After all that wait, Valen will stand up and just kind of call down to the group. This might go without saying, but I can confirm the sundial you're playing with down there is in fact magical, as is something deep within these stones. So if that helps,
Let's crack them open.
How do you plan to crack open brute stone house?
Like this. He rocks down.
The stone is a lot harder than it looks like, and your halberd just kind of like plinks off of it, just leaving like a little kind of slash mark. Thing happens.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
One strike down. Let's keep going.
while he wastes his time with that, but doesn't the riddle mention a second step?
It mentions end with the one whose journey is bold.
Well, we're not even at. That's the last. We need to turn it next where ancient power lies in sight. Hal, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yep.
Can you help focus on turning the dial? There's a sweet roll in it for you.
Okay. Hal hops right down and just like grabs the dial and just starts cranking it to spin.
Where are you cranking it to?
Can you humor
I don't
me and
know,
just
I'll
point
just,
it
like-
towards the rock and see if that makes any more interesting noises?
Hal uses his strength and points it towards the rock.
As you point the sundial's marker towards the rock, you don't hear a mechanical noise, but you hear that shimmer happen again over the rock. All of the runes on the rock start filling with like this faint blue energy, just starts trailing through it. Valen, you kind of feel the rock itself start to like move and vibrate.
Get up there, really.
That feels like the right direction, but the third part has me stumped. I'm not sure where to go after that. I tossed one of the sweet rolls that I have over to Hal, as promised.
Hal takes it and smells it and then puts it back.
Jinchi will turn to direct. Hey, why did you give him a Cituro and not me?
Do you want a sweet roll?
Yes, I want Cituro. Two, actually.
I'll give you one. And tell you what, how about a sweet peppermint? I was holding on to one.
All right. I will take it. Give it to me.
Valen will walk
As this is happening, Hal steps in front of the pointer of the compass to see if that third part of that riddle has anything to do with him, since he is a man out of time, or a lion folk out of time.
So you step in front of the compass and you sit there for a minute staring at the dial, waiting for something to happen. And there's like a long silence and nothing happens. And right as you're like disappointed, you go, ah, and you turn away. You kind of step a little more center in front of it, and you just hear a big like, shing, like a sharp, like bell, high pitched ringing sound. Yeah, all of the runes and stuff on the stone start to like become overwhelmingly with like blue, like they were already kind of glowing before, and then they just start like getting real vibrant and whatnot. The rock starts shaking.
Well, I guess it didn't work.
The rock starts shaking
No.
real heavy, real heavy, making a loud noise. A real loud noise. It doesn't sound good. It sounds like if anybody's on top of the rock, they might want to get the hell up.
Hey guys,
Valen, you're gonna want to get the.
but it looks like the stones are glowing. Whatever's happening down there seems to be working. I'll keep an eye
You
on it.
need to get down.
Jump.
And
You need to jump.
in that moment, a beam of like electric energy goes boom and strikes the rock right next to Valen. It throws him back, and it deals 10 damage to Valen as he smacks the ground. And as the lightning strikes,
Get out of there.
it's like a bright white light that kind of blinds you all. And then after the light goes away, the sound and everything clears and it goes back. You hear the birds chirping, and you look back up at the rock, and sitting on top of it is a chest. A
Ooh.
chest very similar to the one you saw with Barnabas, but this one doesn't have a key slot on the top of it.
Oh,
Oh,
Why didn't you guys warn me?
I did.
we did. We told you to get out of there.
But you could have told me sooner. He'll get up and brush himself off.
So I was the key. Can I have another sweet roll?
I throw
I
in
will
one
look
more.
at. I will tell. Don't.
I throw Jinshi the last one.
Thank you.
I stocked up on extra food because I understand how the bribes work around here.
Hal crawls back on top and he's looking for the chest.
It's just sitting right there. So you have to use your imagination. It's
Oh.
there.
Oh, I see it.
You see it?
It's
It's right
gold.
there.
We perhaps investigate the chest
He
before poking it.
pokes it with one of his javelins and then opens it up with one of his javelins.
You go to poke it with your javelin, and the second you touch it, the latch just flies off and it opens up. There's like a flash of yellow, and then you hear like this, I don't know, like a noise, similar like the Zelda noise when you open up chests, but like our version of that. You know what I mean? And coming flying up from the chest is the Horn of Blasting. And then it falls on the ground where the chest is. The chest disappears. Or I guess, no, that's a chest symbol. Yeah, it's still there. It's just open with the things.
Add everything just so bright in this jungle. I'm almost
Guys,
blind.
there's a horn. There's a horn up here. Does anyone want to learn how to play the horn?
If he has the horn and comes close to the edge of the rock, can Valen, with his magic still going, get a glimmer of the magic the horn gives off?
Yeah, it is a. I mean, you can detect it. It gives off a certain magical energy. I don't really know what magic to classify it.
But, that's fine. As long as Valen can see that it's not just a horn, it is some kind of magical horn. He'll call out,
It is not cursed.
well, Hal, whatever you're holding there certainly has some power with it. We may want to be careful. Perhaps bring it down, and I believe Terra has the ability to better identify its properties.
I'll just take it. His bag and jumps down.
If you want, you can roll it in your inventory and see what it does.
She gave you sweet rolls. Let her investigate.
Should I blow it, guys? Should I blow this horn?
Could I
no.
just check it, just really quick, just to be
Fine.
safe?
Anything for you, Tara.
I appreciate it.
Hal holds it out.
All right.
I will then cast Identify.
All right. You cast Identify. See if I can go in here.
Do you want me to just like roll it into the?
Yeah,
Thing so we
I
can
can
see
do
it?
it. I can do it for you. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in my inventory.
So you cast Identify, and this is what you learn about it.
Okay. Well, this is. I mean, I'll read in our terminology what that might do. It says one charge. Is that just so like a one-time use?
Per long rest.
Oh, okay. Per long rest, even better. Yeah. So it's super loud. Once a day you can use it to blow out eardrums.
All right, I guess I can keep it.
All right. Well, with that, you guys have cleared the second jungle map.
Right.
Is there anything else that you all would like to do here before you move on. I guess you have to make the decision too, because there's a fork in the road which direction you go as well.
Ooh, Felix, can you
To the left.
check each side and see which one, if one is stronger with the pendant?
Hey, you'll check the right fork first to see where the pendant goes.
So you kind of walk back and forth between the two, and the pendant beats a lot stronger to the right side of the road.
go left.
Felix says it beats a little harder to the right, but I'll go check and see what it's like on the left. And he will go over to the left side and see how it beats.
So as you go to the left side, it's still beating, but it's more faint than it is on the right hand side.
So to the right.
I understand you want to go to the left side, but it's better that we go help the nice lady and head to the right.
Well, we know where he's at. We know he's that way. This way is the unknown. There could be boundless treasure, more monsters to fight. Come on. Maybe we get you a new arm. Who knows?
Felix kind of cringes hearing that.
Let's just go to the right. The sooner we get this curse lifted, the sooner Valen's mother will wake up.
Hal's ears are downcast.
All
Is
right.
there any chance that anyone would like to take a quick breather, or is everyone in tip-top shape?
I'm still in tip-top shape.
I am. Wait, what?
Cool. Let's carry on. I'm just gonna have a little bit of sippy-doo.
Valen, were you injured?
Oh, it's not bad. That was a bit of a tumble, but I'm nimble enough to shrug it off. My magical reserves, however, are running a little thin, but
Okay, so long as you have the potions you need. I've got a couple I could spare, should you need them later.
well, as the two of us seem to be carrying the group with our magical power, perhaps we should definitely make sure we're both in tip-top form. I do have my own potions. Appreciate the offer.
Thank you for including me in that.
So with that,
I ship them. I ship them so hard. Oh,
so are we ready to go and move on to the right? Or are you still chugging potions, Valen, like a madman?
I mean, he's drinking them as they walk.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue walking through the thick and lush jungle, and then eventually come to another big break and opening. In front of you, you see some familiar beasts, some mangled beaks and vine strangles, kind of minding their business.
oh, more of the same. Those mango beaks, those vine stranglers. Shall we?
Aye.
Besides about being amazing, I'll tell you about.
There's more of those beasts ahead.
Should I blow our horn?
Nothing that we can deal with. No, it's like just like 3 mango beaks and the vine strangler. Yeah, nothing that we can't deal with.
Yeah, from what I gather, that horn you have might alert anything else in the air. The mention of some kind of jungle reaper in that note is a little concerning. No need to.
Especially if the Jungle Reaper killed the researcher. So yeah, it's better
Well,
keep the description.
Do we know, is the Jungle Reaper a cat? Because I can speak cat folk, so
I
I'm
have
pretty
no
sure he
idea.
wouldn't hurt us.
I have no idea.
The jungle reaper. For all I know, it could be a grim reaper made of trees with a coconut bra.
Sure.
I don't know.
I think so amazing.
Fine, let's just go kill these birds.
Just out of curiosity, Valen will take a couple steps forward. Does it seem like these creatures have seen us yet?
As you say that, they all look at you straight at you.
Good. I have your attention. Vine Man, you don't by chance
Stealth checks.
speak the common tongue, do you?
It's the mass of vines is just like moving over, and it kind of just like slumps over past them and right here, but stops and looks at you as if it's kind of like listening.
Okay, we might come to some understanding. They'll slowly kind of approach it. They're about right here. We are looking for a druid. He's like trying to like as if talking to like a toddler or someone who speaks a foreign language, trying
Oh,
to like mouth the words to this thing.
Felix will come over and hold up the pendant.
Ah, yes, this. Looking for the druid.
So you hold up the pendant, and the beast is kind of like mangling and looking for you, and then all of a sudden it slows down, and where its face is, it like splits apart like a big gnarly mouth, and
Oh, what the fuck?
it just speaks to you, but not in like a normal voice, in like a very ethereal voice, kind of like it's sounding like it's coming from like a horn or an old radio, and it says, "Who are you?"
Oh,
Well, I'm Felix, from Midoriya. This be my friend, Sir Valen Elundir. That over there be Halapo Spain, Jinshi, and Terra, respectively. We're here to help find the Moon Druid.
The Vine Strangler, you see it kind of take notice of Valen wearing the black and gold coloring, and he looks over at Jin Shi wearing his general's medal, and he says, "Just like the others, you will die."
Whoa,
fuck,
hey, whoa, whoa.
fuck.
We're here to sacrifice these elves to you.
It just kind of
No,
sits
we're
there and doesn't really know what to say, and it just says, "Turn back now."
even wait. Even if the Druid's love Twala sent us to check in on him.
You say Twala, and its entire demeanor kind of changes, and you hear it say like under its breath, "My love," and then it snaps back and said, "Don't you dare use Twala's name." And it gets like kind
I
of angry and
only
aggressive.
I only use it to help address the reason for why we're here. She's worried sick for you. And she wants to see you again.
Oh,
Please.
she was the baker, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I take the sweet roll I was given and I throw it at his. Oh,
You throw it at its
that's right. I throw a
feet.
sweet roll. Yeah, to be like this was given to us by someone special.
The vines around its feet kind of like wrap up around the sweet roll and just extend upwards in front of its face. And you just see it stare at it and kind of like take a big inhale breath. You can see as he does it, like he like gets calm. He looks back down at Felix and sees a pendant. And he goes, "How did you get that?"
Walla gave it to us, believing that it would help us find you.
He goes, "Lies. I told Twala never to give that pendant to anybody." He's like, "You are false." And he like starts backing away and getting
Not
real
false.
defensive.
She just really loves you. She wants you back, and she thought that we could help find you, and so she said that might
I
help
have
us
a question.
find
Yeah.
I like me, Terra, and like, is everyone listen to that, or like just the persons with dependent?
No, you guys are all hearing it.
Like, do we look false to you? Like, he wears the black and gold of the Empire. I am a lieutenant from it, and we are searching you in the favor for Twala, your lover, that is carrying your child.
When you mention child, all the vines that are kind of intermingling right when you say child, they all stop perfectly still, tighten back up, all nasty. And he goes, "What did you say?"
She's
you.
pregnant.
You're gonna be a papa.
You are going to be father, but only if you want to come back and be father for your child, actually.
He looks at you with a moment of silence and he says, "Lies. Lies. You are just trying to break, or I don't know, you're trying to deceive me like the others." He's just like, "And like the others, you will
Like,
die." And as
you
he says that, from the woods busts this massive jungle reaper. Boom! It
like,
busts through the woods and like pounces right near where the vine strangler and the mango beaks are. And when he pounces with so much force that the vine strangler, mango beaks, kind of like get crushed underneath. Boom! And you see the fucking jungle reaper. It's just staring at you, kind of doing one of those little like cat things where it's just like pacing back and forth, staring at you, snarling, sizing you up.
Al approaches, and in the in the cat folk tongue, he's like,
Meow, meow. And he extends his tail.
You meow, and the Jungle Reaper just kind of stares at you, still with an angry look. You see his eyes
Please.
glow blue really fast, and from that same
Please,
blue,
Valeta, listen to us. We have the pendant.
I'm telling him we're friends.
We have the pendant. We know much more about you than any soldier of the Empire should.
all right. Well, all of you roll me persuasion checks as you guys are all pleading your case to the Jungle Reaper.
Question: in this scenario, as an alt elf, do we gain from the feature superiority complex? Oh, no, that's intimidation check. Never
So Jinshi rolled an 18, Felix rolled a 14. All right, what about the rest of y'all?
Ooh.
Damn.
You sons of bitches, you motherfuckers. So y'all plead your case to the Jungle Reaper, and it just kind of stops its stance. And it just goes, there's a lot of explaining to do. He goes, come, follow me to my hut. But if this is a trap, he says, he's like, I will kill you all. And the Jungle Reaper takes off down this way.
Hurry,
And
guys!
comes over here.
Al hustles.
All right. Winding your way through the dense jungle, you finally stumble upon the dwelling of the Moon Druid. The Jungle Reaper just kind of like sits and stares at you and growls angrily and kind of motions for the door.
Hal comes up and scratches behind its ear and under its chin, and it's like, "Grr."
And it kind of starts purring a little bit.
Cats know what a cat wants.
All right, are you ready to go in?
Yeah.
This small hut, seamlessly blending into its natural surroundings, appears as if it's conjured from the very essence of the forest itself. Made from the intertwined tree limbs and vines, it forms a cozy shelter, embodying the shape of a house with an almost ethereal craftsmanship. As you step inside, the interior is warm and cozy, the air filled with the scent of earth and herbs. In the center stands a man draped in a black robe. His back is initially turned to you, creating a moment of suspense before he whips around to face the intruders. Underneath a makeshift mask crafted from a deer skull, his long gray beard spills out, his eyes piercing at you through the mask. He turns and he just goes, "Who are you? You say you're with Twala. But my Twala, I told her never to give my location to anybody. How do you know I'm here? How did you get the pendant?"
First of all,
She,
go ahead, Felix.
she personally gave it to us after everything that is going on with the incident in Moon Harbor and Sleeping. The people who work at the keep for the Empire have reason to falsely accuse you being the reason of why everyone cannot wake up. And she knows better. She knows that she can prove your innocence. But she needed to find you. She needed to know that you were safe. You're right, she didn't want to give the pendant over to just anyone, and she was keen on keeping it clutch, but even time can rust away promises made.
He just says, just none of this makes sense. I know Twala and she would never give that pendant. And he starts thinking back and he says, and you said she's pregnant? He like
Yes.
waits for your confirmation. He says, how do I know you're
Yes.
not lying? How do I know you're not making all this up to take me back?
You know.
Well, I'm a lion, but that's a raccoonish creature and 2 elves and a human.
He
Like,
says,
last I
yes,
checked-
good point.
And
Like-
last I check, if they were really part of the Empire, it's rope first and then question second.
yeah, like we are, like me and Raiden here, we are in out and we are not like killing you on the spot. That's the first thing. Second, like, do you know how crazy this sounds? Like a disease that makes everyone epilepsy accusing you, your Twilight giving us dependent, and we are coming here after, defeating that whole bunch of Mongol beaks, like just come here. Do you know how crazy this sound? How would we make this up?
He looks at you and he says, "This is all true, especially the part about the Empire asking questions first and taking things in their own hands first and listening second." He says, "This is all a mistake. Of course, I didn't cause the sleep. I'm probably the only one that can cure this disease." He says, "That's absolutely ridiculous." He's like, he proceeds to tell you his side of the story of when he saved the people, the wild folk. He just tells you the same story that everybody else told you, that he went to save the wild folk, and the Empire got pissed and threw him out. And now that they're dealing with all of this, they don't know who to turn to. And then he starts explaining that even though the Empire is powerful, things like magic are kind of out of their hands because of just the Empire's natural.
You became
Vel-
the scapegoat. I understand that. But the city is slowly dying. If you are the only person who can lift this curse, who can cure this disease, we need you. Come with us. We can protect you. We can reunite you and Twala. You can have your baby. You can be your father. Just lift the curse.
And it should go without saying that Twala and your unborn child have been in the town long enough to perhaps be afflicted by the same disease or curse that is perpetrated. So, if you wish to see their safe lives lived to their fullest, you may also wish to come home, cure them, the rest. Just make it easy.
He just takes a big sigh and he looks at you and he says, "Let me just start first off by saying I don't know what this is. Nobody knows what this is. And I'm also not saying that I'm the man that can cure it. I'm just the only one that's taking this seriously for what it is, isn't just ignoring it." He says the Empire is busy wasting all their resources right now, rounding up all the helpless wild folk and villages that are settling in these lands and organizing their military to do God knows what. It's like if they took a quarter of their power and just put it into actually investigating and handling this business, we wouldn't be in this boat. But alas, and like everything, the Empire's negligence is at the cost of many, many lives. He says, "Don't act like you haven't felt it too." He's like, "This is bigger than you or I, or even Moon Harbor." It's like every night I wake up restless. I'll sleep for 15 hours and wake up still restless.
Well, yeah, the body only needs like 8, maybe 9 hours. Anything past that, you're gonna wake up groggy. See, I'm from the past. I saved Arcadia, stepped through a portal, ended up here. Pretty crazy stuff. You got anything to eat?
And Druid just kind of like looks at you blankly and
Terra,
points over
Terra,
to.
Terra, remind me again, why are we allowing Hal to speak publicly?
Yeah, I know. Remember
Right.
when he was cursed? Do you think we could do that again?
It would be very useful, actually.
Veleda, if you were not the one who caused this curse, but it's powerful. Do you know who might have been powerful enough to cause it?
Valletta looks at you and he's just like, "Magic on this scale hasn't been seen since the events at Arcadia."
Which I was a part of.
He looks
Do,
over at the lion and just kind of like rolls his eyes.
being from Arcadia, is that any kind of history that I'm familiar with?
Yes, it would be something you're very familiar with. The history of Arcadia was basically the Velvet Church held it with an iron fist during the events of the God Mist. And then a group of adventurers, as you know it, came to Arcadia during the God Mist, which is unheard of. People like traveling through the mist, and ended up freeing the island. But not only when they freed the island, it lifted the God Mist, and the government got restructured, and the wild folk and the dwarves that were there left, and it turned to a human territory. But what you remember from this particular story is that there was the Velvet Church that ran the island, and a group of adventurers came and like freed the island. But it's, to your knowledge, all of these adventurers died.
Oh, sure. It was a long time ago.
It was a long
It'd
time
be
ago.
crazy that someone would still be around.
Yeah, it'd be
Because
absolutely
I went
insane.
through a
That's
portal that the dwarves made.
That's totally inconceivable.
Valletta looks and he just says, "I don't know what or who is powerful enough to cast a spell like this. He's like, what I do know though is my specific druid studies are specifically for sleep magic, and I specialize in the dream realm. And I've been living in these parts of the where are we at? Where the fuck are we at? We're at Crystal Shoals.
Crystal Shoals.
I've been living in this part of Crystal Shoals for a while, studying this magic. And what I can tell you is I found a temple not too far from here, hidden deep within the jungle, and it radiates the same kind of magic that I detect on people that are affected by this deep sleep. He says, I don't really know what this is or how to stop it, but I do know that that temple will be the first step to figuring all this out.
So,
All right. Well, that's
well,
at
I
least
think that's our best lead.
He looks and he goes, unfortunately, there's one problem. He says the temple has been magically sealed. It doesn't look like it's been opened for, I don't know, a millennia or some really, really long period of time. And he goes, and I don't have the key. But I have just recently found who does have the key. He says, Lord Nasir Avarius of Crystal Shoals. I believe he has the key. An item called, what I call it? An item called the Heart of the Jungle. It's an ancient gemstone that's been in their family for generations. Safeguarded, I'm sure. If we could get our hands on that gemstone, I'm sure it would let us into the temple.
Well, let's go.
There-
Can't you just druid shape into a spider or something and carry it out?
He looks and he
So-
goes, oh, simple lion folk, and he kind of pats you on the scruff and he says, there's so much more to magic that you probably will never understand.
So, this lord has the heart of the jungle. That is the key for this temple. Inside this temple, maybe there is a way to lift this curse, to cure this sleep disease.
He looks and he says, yep, that sounds about where we're at.
Right. So, first of all, we just need to get inside the house of this lord and get this heart of the jungle, because I don't think that he will handle to us if we ask nice.
He looks at you and he says, I've, unfortunately, because of my current situation with the Empire, I can't really show my face in Crystal Shoals, especially at the keep. I will be arrested on sight. And I'd rather not kill all of those nice soldiers, people that are trying to capture me. He's like, but you're a fresh face. You might have a better chance of going in and taking the key somehow. I'll leave that part up to you guys. But I need your reassurance that after this, you will do whatever it takes to help me get back to Valletta. And he says, and if I find out that you're lying about my child, and he says it with presence, and as he says it, all the fire in the room,
Who's Valletta?
or Twala, the other one. And as he says it, all the lights in the room kind of dim, and this wind picks up, and like the whole air changes like this weird dark blue hue as he says it, as if he's like really serious and powerful. And then after he says it, everything kind of just like returns.
Cool.
He says, he says, so do I have your word?
Well, of course. That's what this whole thing has been about.
He says, good.
Yeah.
It's been
I
a
don't
long
think
time since
that's-
I've had anybody that I could trust. Although trust is earned and not given. Do not let me down. After you find the heart of the jungle, meet me back at the jungle temple. I have a few preparations to make, and then we will enter together.
Where's the temple? We've not been there yet.
He goes, while walking through the jungle, you will come to a fork in the road. If you take the left path, that will lead you.
Oh, right.
Cool.
He says, well, if I were you, you could find the Lord Nasir Averis at the Crystal Shoals keep. He goes, I will call off all of my jungle wards where they will not attack you so you can travel back safely. And I guess I'll call them off when you guys come back too. But only for you. If any other people walk through these woods, they're dead. The Jungle Reaper, off with their heads. I'm not playing around.
I mean, I hate
Cool.
to ask, but is there a particular reason you are instructing your minions to slaughter anyone who enters the forest?
He looks at you and he goes, "Well, I don't know if you've heard, but I am on the run from the entire Etherean Empire. And considering that this curse is now slowly starting to affect the entire empire, I would say the entire western half or eastern half of Valmarder is probably looking for me.
To each their own.
Look, man, I don't take any chances, okay? I'm old. I'm strong. Uh and I'm a
You don't
badass.
take any chances yet. Everyone knew about your exploits, and your lady friend immediately gave us this pendant when we said we were here to help. So
How?
okay,
I
No.
told her not to say
How?
anything. I
Oh,
what? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
oh, I think it will be best if you keep your silence, please.
He's like, "You're right. This is Twala's fault. You're right." Says, "Oh, I'll have to give
What?
her a talking to when I get back."
Well, I'm just saying, dude. Like when you kill people, people go missing. That they send people to look after them. So it's just like
Well, I would
stop
stop
killing people.
killing people if they stopped sending them after me. Just stop sending people into the
Just,
jungle, and they
Well,
don't.
it
just
sounds like
don't.
you killed a researcher who wasn't even after you. He was just researching stuff.
How?
Rocks.
Well, how am I supposed to know he was a researcher researching rocks? For all I know, he could be a highly trained mercenary here to kill me while I nap.
I look to Valen.
Valen's already left the building.
As they say in my native tongue. And then Al walks.
Right.
Valeda,
Just
just one final question.
Yes.
I know you've been hiding out. You might not know much about him. Is he? I mean, how uppity is it? Is he? Would he be interested in potentially other fine items as a sort of a trade accommodation, or is this like we're gonna have to knock him out and take it from him?
He looks at you and he says, "I've known the Lord for a long time, and the one thing I know is if there's anything he guards more closely than anything, it's family. And the heart of the jungle has been passed down as a family heirloom for many generations. So,
So if we hold his family hostage, he'll give it to us.
How? How?
well,
All right.
Okay,
Letta
so
just
it's
goes, "Well,
less.
I'm not here to judge you how you do it."
It's a sentimental thing, not a monetary value.
Yeah, I would say he probably cares about it probably more than anything else, I would say. Probably.
Stealing it is, I suppose.
right. We have a haste in our hands.
All right. Well, good luck. You stay strong. Well, did you guys want to do anything or ask any questions, or did we want to go ahead and head on back to the town?
Well, while we are while we are on our way, I will speak with Felix. Right. Hello, Felix. I don't think that is here. Right. Let's research this up.
Sorry.
All right. Welcome back to Crystal Shoals. You guys are excited and happy to get out of that damp, murky jungle.
What time of day is it by the time I have done all this?
I mean, I would say it's probably evening time. No, not quite night, but getting there. Or I don't know, what time of the day is it? You tell me. You're the one adventuring.
Morning. We've got plenty of time left.
Yeah, it's bright, shiny, beautiful morning.
Well,
It's a beautiful morning.
since we have so much daylight left, we should be able to make a beeline for the keep, correct?
Yes, we have to find this heart of the jungle thing, and then we head back to the jungle. Problem is, Valeda say that it is some kind of heirloom and it is very treasured by the Lord. So he won't handle us that if we ask nicely. So we are probably going to have to steal that
All right.
without holding anyone hostage. Let's be clear.
Don't we belong to the Adventurers Guild?
I don't know, do we?
No, we haven't registered with them yet.
Well, what if we offered them a job to cause some sort of distraction, maybe at that resort, and then while they're all doing stuff, we sneak into the keep.
That's actually a plan. Veiling, do you know any kind of spell or magic that, make you invisible, that sort of thing?
I can charm them with my bagpipe playing. Also, I think there might be something at the beach you could check out. Maybe we could climb up the cliffs, come in behind it.
Just as
I don't know.
a
I'm
DM
a strategy
note,
guy. I'm a strategy guy.
just
Yeah,
on a DM
we can
note,
see that.
we have about 10 minutes left. So, how you guys wanted to spend that 10 minutes is up to you. If you guys want to go to the inn and recharge or just get poised up.
Why don't we take a day to go to the inn, sleep on it, and then we make a plan around that?
That sounds like a plan to make our plan.
Well, I'm gonna scout the area. Just, I won't talk to anyone. Don't worry, Tara. I won't talk to anyone. Just gonna look around.
Why
Just look.
why I'm not
Looking.
sure about that, but yeah,
All right.
let him have his fun.
But
All right. Well, while Hal is looking around, did you actually have anything that you want to do on this map, Hal, or do we want to jump on and back into the inn?
I was just taking a stroll because I hadn't been here.
All right. Well, what you see is beautiful sandy beaches with little shimmering, glittering particles in the sand that just make it oh so beautiful. The trees are green, the birds are beautiful, the ocean is crystal clear. It is just a perfect, picturesque little resort town.
A tear comes to his eyes because it reminds him of the Diamond Sea back on Adoria.
Well, while Hal takes a look around,
I inspect the cliffs here.
so
Is this a cave
it is a cave.
that you've circled?
I haven't circled it. I don't know who's circled.
Notice a cave entrance below the keep. That's my point of order.
Right. While the rest of us is heading to the inn, I will speak with Felix. Felix,
aye.
I am sorry for turning your idea about an ambush down so quickly and so firmly, but it was not something I would feel right doing. I got ambushed myself sometime in my life, and it was very rough. So I just thought you should know.
Oh no, it's fine, lad. You don't need to apologize. Even I have. You know how old I am. I have a tendency to not to have the best ideas sometimes myself.
Well, it was actually a good idea. I was like just stubborn about that, and I will, get from my backpack the remnants of broken banner, and I will show him. This is a memento from that ambush, and well, let's just say that I carry this to remember that I don't want to be like the person who ambushed my squad that day.
I'm gonna take time gently studying the banner tree and oh yeah, I can see it now. The scarment behind it and how it makes Jinchi feel.
Here we are back at the end. If y'all would like to long rest, I would say that you can buy a key. I think they have a key. Did I add a key here? Oh,
I bought one key.
Did you buy? Oh, maybe I don't have it on infinity. There we go. All right, Hal, let me see your key real quick, buddy. I need to. Hold on. I'm putting the key back in your inventory. Hold on, everybody.
As I come up here, I see my fellow travelers, and I'm like, guys, there's a cave on the beach underneath the keep. I think we could get in that way.
All right, there you go. Person now.
There is?
I suppose it's
Yeah.
good to have.
All right.
Before we long rest, Tara would like to. I'm gonna get the word right. I'm gonna cast sending and send a message to my dad. And so sending is 25 words or less. They immediately know it's me,
Okay.
and they can respond similarly. And just given the nature of his business and whatnot, valuable gemstone kind of thing. but I just say, "Hey, Dad, I know this is awkward. I need help. It's a matter of life and death. Have you ever dealt with Lord Mysier?"
Okay.
Ooh.
Does your dad instantly respond to you? I'm assuming.
It is they can
It's a 5%
answer
chance.
immediately
You hear back.
if they're on a different plane.
You hear back, and it just says, what was your birth name? I forget.
Asteria.
It's he says, Asteria,
Ooh.
is that you? He goes, we thought you were dead. We love you. We don't know where you are. And he just says, please tell me where you are. I will come for you. It's his message.
25 words.
Can you send him another one?
I mean, I could. I have to cast it again.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess if you're a battle long rest, it doesn't.
Yeah, might
That
as
was my
well.
thinking. I was like, if I
Now's the perfect time to do it.
save those, save that mana for a reason. All right. Oh, I don't have enough mana to send it again, so I do not answer.
You hear him go, hello? Hello? All right. Well, maybe next time. All right, guys. So for those of you that want a long rest, make sure you purchase a key for a room, consume it in your inventory so you can legally crash on the bed. Or I guess just sit in the corner and
There
short
is no
rest.
key in my, you know.
Yeah, it hurt. Did someone else? Oh, I didn't click
There is-
update. I see. I'm a dippy.
There is no key.
All right. Now there's a key, and you guys should be able to buy it infinitely.
Alright.
All right. Yep. Looks like it's working.
I'm gonna log off, everyone. It was great playing.
All right.
Yeah. Good night, Hal.
As well, because
Good night.
I need to
Night,
get
night,
up to
Hal.
work in the morning.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for playing. Thank everybody at home for watching. If you guys are watching, that's pretty sweet. And we will catch everyone next time for session.
Nice.